There are plenty of great old cars out there, and if it's worth keeping, it's worth restoring to its former glory. We went looking for the best products in the world for restoring the vinyl and fabric in your old car, and we found them in the Recolouring range. Just remember, as with any paint project, preparation is the most important part of the job. You've got to have good ventilation because no paint is meant for breathing, and make sure you take your time. Mistakes will last and last. Here are the Recolouring boys to tell you exactly how to do the job.
All right, well, with a 30-year-old car comes 30 years of dirt. We already went through and took this little brush here and kind of brushed out a little, little cracks and things to get the dirt out of there. But if you have an air compressor handy, that's certainly what you want to use to get every little bit of dirt out of here to get that paint to stick to. What we did here is we pulled the dash cap off because there was a lot of cracks and all sorts of issues going on at the top of the dashboard. So we pulled the cap off. I'm going to hit the lower part of this dashboard with some of the Recolouring prep spray. Clean off any of the grease and grime, dirt, 30 years of that. And we're going to let that dry. After that, I'm going to hit that with some more of the black vinyl and fabric spray. The unique thing about this as well is it has a Danvers nozzle on it. And what we can do with this is, since the dashboard has a lot of areas that it might be difficult to get to with the standard nozzle, you can actually change the direction of the spray pattern on the nozzle itself. And I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate that for you just to see what I mean. Hit this once. Shoots a nice vertical pattern there. That's good for your Y areas here. And then if you wanted to change direction, the face of the nozzle, you can rotate it right there. Hit it again, and then it shoots horizontal pattern, just to get in any little area that you cannot get into with the standard nozzle. That's the unique thing about the Danvers nozzle, and also it's very easy on your finger. Your finger's not going to get tired when you're spraying it. So I'm going to go ahead and start spraying this, but like I mentioned before, you're going to want to use a mask in the situation because this is a confined area and we always want to paint safely here. And just like with any paint job, you're going to want to just go ahead and just hit a nice light coat. You don't want to go real heavy because you want the remaining top coats to have something to bond to. So I'll just hit it real light. I'll wait about 5 to 10 minutes and then go back and hit it again.
Okay, well, we got the door panel off. We've cleaned it up with the prep spray, and we've already hit it with some Adhesion Promoter. Now, typically, when you use vinyl and fabric, after you clean it, that's really all you need because there is Adhesion Promoter built into the paint. However, due to the age of this automobile, we want to make sure that that paint's really going to stick. Now, we're using vinyl and fabric because, obviously, this is vinyl, but also because this paint is flexible. It won't crack or chip with the expanding and contracting of the vinyl here. And also it's UV resistant, so it's not going to fade in the sun. All right, I'm going the opposite direction on the piece just so I can make sure I get all the cracks and crevices and cover it up on 2 different directions here. All right, well, we got the lower portion of the door panel here, and we cleaned this up, and we also sprayed some Adhesion Promoter on it because of its age. And you'll notice there's some carpet on this. The vinyl and fabric, you can just spray right over it. We're going to have to hit it in a couple of different directions to make sure we get all the fibers. And you really want to hit it kind of heavy on the carpet to make sure that paint soaks in. Okay, well, we got our last piece of the puzzle for the interior here. These are a couple, we have 2 seats that Jessie brought from her garage, and they look like they've been sitting there for a while.
Oh yeah.
Now, before we breathe some new life into this seat, we got to make sure that we prep it and get it ready to go for paint. And with any fabric, really any project, you want to make sure that everything is nice and clean before you're painting it. For this particular project, we're going to need to vacuum it, steam clean it, fabric cleaner, whatever you need to do to get the dirt and grime out.
After everything is clean and dry for, thoroughly, I'm talking maybe 24 hours, especially if you use all the water and solvents on here, you're going to want to use the vinyl and fabric. Vinyl and fabric, perfect application for this. We'll show you exactly how well it works.
All right, Brian's going to start hitting the fabric first because the fabric is going to take a lot more than what the vinyl will because it's going to soak in. So we're really going to hit that first, make sure we have that covered, and then we're going to go around the vinyl and hit that.
Yeah, you can see it is soaking it up quite a bit.
Yep.
You want to hit it both directions as well because all the different fibers in the fabric. With the Danver nozzle, like I showed earlier, you can go ahead and switch it vertical to horizontal to get all the different areas of fabric.